Hello, friends. It's me, Dr. Missy Hillock, and I am here for our very first weekly Oracle card reading of 2026. You may have caught my annual energy forecast for this year. If not, it is posted on my YouTube. But we're going to be doing this each Sunday. It's a chance to, I like to think of it as like Sovereign Sunday. Start the week off really connected with the self, really being with our own energy, really being mindful of the thoughts that we have, the actions that we're taking, the perspectives that we have, and where are those little shifts? Where are those ways that we can get more in alignment, more just ready to face the world and what's in front of us. And so I hope this helps you with that. So I'm going to share with you some beautiful cards that I've chosen for this week to help guide your energy and what's coming in. The very first deck I chose to pick from is one I haven't used in a long time, but it's one that I studied. It was really the one I went into a deep dive with the very first beginning of my journey with working with Oracle cards. And it's The Shaman's Dream. Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reed, which I love all of her decks. This deck has the most beautiful imagery, really deep messages. You can go really deep with this one. So the card I pulled is card number 27, Heart Home. Don't you love the image? I love the imagery on this. And like I said, all the cards are just so beautiful. And the message here is really about compassion. Well, where does compassion begin? Like anything, it begins with us. And so this invitation, this heart home, really goes along with this 2026 forecast that I provided, that theme of self-love, self-care, self-respect, really honoring the self, and really reevaluating what it is we want and why we want it in the first place. So I love that this card comes out very first for us in this first week of the year. And it really is that saying of, you've got to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help others. You have to have that self-compassion and love before you can extend and shine that beautiful light and energy to others. So this is an invitation to lean into that for yourself and for others. It's certainly an invitation to allow forgiveness to come in, allow judgment and righteousness to step aside. I tell you what, releasing judgment, it's one of the most difficult spiritual acts, in my opinion, but man, does it pack a lot of power for the punch. I mean, it goes so far when we can just surrender judgment and just allow things to be how they are. And I really believe that compassion in that heart, that eternal flame of the heart, it's just where it burns up all of that dense energy, the anger, the pain, the trauma, the frustration, all of that, when we can just open up, know that everyone has a perspective, everyone has a truth, and everyone has a different experience, and neither is better or worse, right or wrong. It's just all our own. That helps me really lean into compassion when I'm feeling that nudge to be a little more judgmental. So that's our invitation starting off. The second deck I pulled from is one I haven't used in a while, The Power of Surrender, based on the great book, also named Power of Surrender, by Dr. Judith Orloff. And these cards are great, especially if you're new to Oracle cards, because the messages are right on the card. There's no guidebook to consult. You just see right there what's on the card. And the card that came forward for us was Surrender the Drama, or as I like to call it sometimes, the drama. Surrender the drama. And it says, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. I think we all know that when we can be a little unbiased, take a step back, not feed in to the drama. Drama can be very entertaining, right? That's why Bravo exists right here in the States. People love to watch drama, but I think we all understand it's often not productive. It's a massive energy drain. It's a storytelling and a perspective that a lot of times is toxic, dense. It's not geared toward solutions and realities that we usually want to receive, right? It's a lot of negativity oftentimes in drama. And so this is an invitation to leave that behind this week. If you notice it going on, gracefully bow out, definitely lean in to the heart space, lean into compassion, extend a little grace, and go about your beautiful way. And then the third card I pulled, I love animals, and I really wanted to give you all a spirit animal to come forward this week. So I pulled from Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit Animal Oracle, and I laughed got tickled when this one came out. Mouse, number 40, tend to the small things. The reason I laughed at this is because on New Year's Eve, we were spending some time with some beautiful friends. And as we always do, we were getting into the most random conversations. And one of the things we found ourselves talking about were mouse traps and humane versus inhumane mouse traps. And of course, we're all animal lovers, so we're a big believer in humane strategies for pest control. And like I often do in social settings, I love asking people, what's your favorite fill in the blank? And so my question to the group was, what's your favorite rodent? And then that started some funny conversations about capybaras and whether ferrets were rodents and all these funny things. So I was really tickled when Mouths came forward for us here. So tend to the small things. I love this because I am a big believer that the small things are really all that there are, right? Everything it's all in the small stuff. And it's the small things that end up creating the big things, right? We don't get a giant victory in life often without all the small little moments and steps and ways that became something big. And so everything's in the small things. A lot of times the small things are the things that we overlook, or they're the things that we don't notice in another person. And this is urging us to keep our eyes peeled for little signs, for little things that we may not deem as sizable or notable or important, that really are maybe some of the keys to solving a problem, to creating something new, to getting to know someone better or understand a situation more deeply. And it's also a call for us to not overlook those very small divine steps that we need to take in order to move the needle forward. I love the analogy when I think about myself following spirit. I think about myself like little Hansel and Gretel on a trail with little breadcrumbs everywhere. And all I have to do is walk and pick up the next breadcrumb. And then I walk along a little more and I pick up the next breadcrumb. And I believe that that's how spirit comes in to us. It's never a long to-do list. It's always just, here's the next step. So when we do the little things, first of all, they don't become giant tasks. We can get them done with ease and we can move on our path slowly, steady, and surely in hopefully a really graceful way forward. So I hope this message really benefits you this week. And if you enjoy it, I'll be bringing these to you every Sunday. You can follow me on this YouTube channel where the videos are hosted. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye, friends.